We are talking about the difference between images and reality. Oftentimes, in today's social media frenzy of a world, we really get caught up in intertwining these two. And we forget that the image that we see is not reality. Okay. So, for instance, I'm going to talk about, the lifestyle blogger who is snapping and showing you a picture of her kid's playroom. But she happens to be showing you the picture right after she's cleaned it, she's vacuumed it, her kids are sleeping, and she's showing you this corner. What she doesn't show you is that when she turns around and looks into her kitchen, the dishes are overflowing off of the sink. There are sippy cups everywhere. There are crumbs on the floor that for some reason the dog just won't eat. Okay. There's piles of laundry. And we get caught up looking at that picture of the playroom going, she has two small kids. How does she get them to pick up like that? How does she keep it looking like that? She doesn't. She doesn't. Okay. The same happens when we talk about an image of somebody's body on social media versus reality. That the image is what we allow other people to see. We all create an image, every one of us. Some of our images are closer to reality than others, but every single one of us creates an image. Reality is the boots stuck in the mud. Other times you make it all the way to the top of the hill and life is fantastic and grand and you are happy and ecstatic. But you know what? Your boots got stuck in the mud along the way to the top of that hill. So we can never forget that. We forget that as people are showing their highlights, as people are showing their image, as people are showing their celebrations, and we should all celebrate, but we cannot beat ourselves up and compare ourselves when we are stuck in the mud. And we cannot think that they have never been stuck in the mud because we've all been stuck in the mud. Being stuck in the mud is what makes us. It's what defines us. But images, especially an image without context, can easily lead us down a rabbit hole. So you need to have skills and ways to bring yourself back into reality. It may be something as simple as repeating out loud, this is just an image. It may be something as simple as you taking a hot second to also take a snapshot, an image of yourself, run it through Lightroom, crop and edit it, and you can look and say, okay, I can now look at this and see how I know I took this picture, but yet that's not what it really looks like right here. Now, I have the perfect example for this. And I am going to actually flip over and show you guys is I did some photos with my favorite partner in crime, which is Jillian Borelli. And if you listen to the podcast, you know she's my other half on the podcast and a wildly talented photographer. These are the final images. Do you see that one right there with my butt? You see that butt? Whew. So here's the deal. This is the difference between an image and reality. That is my butt. That is the same butt that goes everywhere I go and is in every single pair of pants that I wear. But that is not how my butt looks on a normal daily basis because Jill has me standing with one leg in front. How I am placing my weight into my feet makes a difference. So while that is my butt, it is not the same butt that is currently in my pants at this moment, seated in this chair. Does that make sense?
Because the reality is that the studio had huge overhead lighting. There was nothing dark.
I'm standing on the other side of plexiglass. There's no actual shower. Okay. You can see that in the full light of behind the scenes, nothing looks as sexy as the final images. It is such an important realization. Because if we begin judging ourselves based on other people's images, we will never win. We will never have confidence. People see those pictures Jill took of me and they're like, well, if I looked like that, well, I can tell you, hands down, no qualms about it, you guys, this ass has cellulite on it. It's dimply and bumpy. It's whiter than white, but you can't tell that in those pictures. I cannot stress to you enough. Understanding this difference.